According to reports from Western media such as Business Insider, during the July storm naval exercises recently conducted by the Russian military, the Russian Baltic Fleet used a suicide drone boat to destroy a simulated enemy ship in one strike. Worried U.S. media pointed out that such tactical training by Russia may not be solely targeted at the war in Ukraine, as Ukraine clearly lacks a regular naval force. Instead, such training by Russia is more likely to take NATO, which has large warships, as the imaginary enemy. In fact, it is the Ukrainian military that started using drone boats to raid enemy targets earlier and now has richer experience. In attacks on the Crimean Kerch Bridge and warships of the Russian Black Sea Fleet, the Ukrainian military has used many drone boats with quite good results. So far, the Ukrainian military has damaged or destroyed dozens of Russian ships, forcing Moscow to withdraw the main force of the Black Sea Fleet from its long-term base on the Crimean Peninsula to the port of Novorossiysk on the other side of the region. This method is also difficult to guard against. Despite Russia's efforts to strengthen defense in the Black Sea by increasing patrol aircraft and other means, Ukraine can still occasionally succeed. Moreover, Ukraine's military industry, which has strong hands-on capabilities, has installed short-range air-to-air missile launchers on its drone boats. As early as May this year, it even shot down a Russian Su-30 fighter jet using this combination. When facing Russia, Ukraine is in a weak position but can achieve results with such means. Then, when Russia faces the powerful navies of NATO countries in the future, it is also hoped that it can achieve good results by adopting such tactics. Compared with Ukraine, Russia has at least two advantages. The first is its strong military-industrial production capacity and better scientific research foundation. As a former member of the Soviet Union, Ukraine inherited a solid industrial base and can now independently produce various types of weapons including drones and missiles, with its drones even being exported back to the United States. However, as the main inheritor of Soviet heritage, Russia has far more military enterprises and research institutes than Ukraine, and the gap in the research, development and production of unmanned weapons is not on the same scale. According to details of the Dardistan factory disclosed by Russia some time ago, the current Garin 2 series drones alone can be produced at a rate of 10,000 units per month in this single factory. The technology of suicide drone boats is actually not much more advanced. Once such weapons of the Russian military are designed and finalized, even if only 1,000 units are produced per month, they can offset the fleet advantage of NATO in narrow waters such as the Black Sea or the Baltic Sea, making the other side dare not easily leave the port. Russia's second advantage is its rich experience in the research of underwater weapons and its possession of a large number of nuclear submarines, which enables the combat of unmanned boats to be extended to the open sea. After the disintegration of the Soviet Union, Russia has not built large surface warships, and its only aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, has basically been confirmed to be decommissioned and dismantled. However, Russia's underwater forces have been developing steadily. Recently, Putin just visited Syeverodvinsk shipyard, the country's only nuclear submarine construction site, to attend the flag-raising ceremony of the latest Borei-A class nuclear submarine Emperor Pozharsky. According to Putin's assertion, nuclear submarines can allow Russia to maintain the world's balance of power, and this is an advantageous weapon that the Russian military will never give up. And what kind of spark would fly if nuclear submarines were combined with suicide drone boats? Russia is highly proficient in operating nuclear submarines, and it may attempt to equip them with suicide drone boats in the future. This would not only reduce costs but also enhance firepower projection capabilities, providing a new option for destroying NATO's surface fleets. Although the United States is also a major nuclear submarine power, it has not taken any action in this regard. If Russia can move faster and achieve combat readiness first, its capabilities would be more than sufficient to deal with the surface fleets of European countries in its vicinity. Therefore, the loud explosion in the Baltic Sea is an ominous sign for NATO. How to respond to unmanned naval warfare is a new and challenging issue for all countries. However, countries with more large and medium-sized warships will obviously need to worry more, as they present larger targets.